On January 1st, 2014, the government has changed the law of alcohol consumption in the Netherlands. The law changed mainly due to the increased health effects alcohol has on young people, and the government wants to see changes on youth behavior. However, does this law change really affect the youth? Therefore, we documented teenagers to find out their perspectives on the matter.
Are you a student here?
Yes, I am. I'm studying here at Erasmus University and I'm studying econ. So.
And how old are you now?
I'm 17, almost 18.
Okay, so you probably have heard that the law concerning alcohol has changed. First you were 16 and you were allowed to buy alcohol, and now you aren't anymore. What do you think about the law?
Yeah, so I noticed, like, before I could buy cigarettes and alcohol and I could go out. And right now I just have to ask somebody to buy something for me, or I could use my fake ID. Well, it's not really a fake ID. It's somebody's ID. I just borrowed it.
Oh, okay. But do you think it's unfair that you were allowed to drink and now you're not allowed to drink anymore?
I think it's strange. Like, it would be probably better if they would say, like, okay, so if you're like under 16 right now, you have to wait until you're 18. But right now, first I could drink and now I have to wait for like a couple of more months.
Yeah. So you always, or you usually ask other people to buy alcohol for you?
It depends. Right now I have an ID which is from somebody who's like 19. So right now I could buy my own alcohol.
Okay.
But before, yeah.
And how, so you're 19 on your fake ID then?
Yeah, I am.
And have you ever been caught, or has anyone ever said that this wasn't your ID and rejected to give you alcohol?
No, nobody ever told me I couldn't buy stuff with this ID.
So you made sure that the person you borrowed it from is someone you look like, or?
Yeah, well, actually it's my sister's ID.
So where do you go to drink alcohol? Do you go out to clubs or parties, or do you stay at home?
Normally I stay home just with my friends because most of them aren't 18 yet, so we stay at home.
It is common for teenagers to drink and party at home or their friend's house. It allows them to be more free and worry less about being caught drinking in public. Through connections, we met up with an international student in a pub to know his side of the story. So, are you a student here?
Yes, I am.
And how old are you right now?
17.
Okay, so as you may have heard, the law has changed about the consumption of alcohol. What do you think about it?
Well, I think it's actually quite dumb. It was fine before, and then I think, like, why should you even change it? I came here like a year ago. I was 16 back then. Now I'm 17. And after I heard there was gonna be a new rule, I was like, what the hell? It was fine before. People, kids these days, okay, like someone my age, for example, we were already, I don't know, responsible even back then. If you make it like now, like 18, people are gonna get more reckless. They're gonna try to rebel, I guess. Something like that.
So you think it's not fair that the law has changed today?
No, not at all.
And so do you buy your own alcohol?
Right now, yeah, since I bought like when I went back home this winter, I bought myself like a new fake ID.
Okay, so how old do you state that you are in your fake ID?
Well, I just made myself like 2 years older, so it's easier for me. So they don't really, notice that I'm this young.
Yeah, is that also why you tend to grow your facial hair like you do now?
Yeah, actually, yeah, I've been able to grow this since I was like 16, early 16, so I was like, what the heck, I should just grow it now, so it makes me look, I don't know, more older, I guess.
Well, have you ever been caught going with your fake ID and buying alcohol?
No, actually no, I've never been caught.
And have you ever asked other people to buy alcohol for you, or you just use your fake ID all the time?
Ever since I came here again in January, I actually have tried to do so because I was scared at first. But then after I like bought it a couple of times by myself, I tried to do it by myself ever since January. I guess.
Okay, well, thank you for your time. Since it was not possible to interview in the police station, we called the police department to know what kind of consequences under government's regulation could happen if underage teens were to be caught buying alcohol.
Welkom bij de politie. Goedemorgen politie, wat kan ik voor doen?
Goedemorgen, ik heb een vraagje. Ik ben een student aan de Erasmus Universiteit en ik moet voor een vak een documentaire maken over het alcoholwetverandering. Ik vroeg me af of u tijd heeft om wat vragen te beantwoorden op dit gebied.
Ik kan even een terugbelbericht voor u achterlaten voor een wijkagent mevrouw, want ik kan deze lijn niet bezet houden voor enquêtes.
Oké, nee, dat begrijp ik. Nee, dat begrijp ik. Ja. Dus wat moet ik dan doen? Of?
Ik kan dan even uw gegevens noteren en dan laat ik de wijkagent even contact met u opnemen als hij tijd heeft om een aantal vragen te beantwoorden.
Oké, dat zou top zijn. Dank u wel.
Unfortunately, we did not receive any phone call from the police. Therefore, no information could be gathered on the consequences of underage drinking. The government stated that the percentage of underage drinking increased. However, on 15th March, the NOS News reported that the exact percentage has not been published yet. We came over the boy's house to see how he manages to buy alcohol. He said the best way was to buy alcohol online through a mobile app or e-shop. Compared to buying drinks in stores, having it delivered is much safer as there are no securities and the delivery man is more lenient. The boy was really determined to show us how simple and easy buying alcohol was for underage youth like himself. We can now see that he is selecting an alcohol to buy and to show us the process of collecting the alcohol.
This is the ID that I use to buy the alcohol. It looks legit back home, but it's actually really fake.
No, I'm good.
Good.
Start delivery, guys.
Yeah. Oh. Hello.
Hey, good evening. You ordered the whiskey bottle.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, can I see your ID first?
Oh, yeah, definitely, man.
Sorry. Okay. Thank you. Oh, good enough. Then it takes, it will be 25 euros.
25. Oh, does that change?
Yep. Thank you. Have a nice evening.
You too.
Yep.
Bye.
Bye.
Told you it's easy.